The next time you need a high-protein snack, try these protein granola bars. They're more affordable than these store-bought bars, and they don't taste like protein powder at all. What I especially love about this recipe is how quick they are to prepare. I've made these with just 10 minutes to spare before I have to go get my kids from school, and by the time we all get home, they're ready to slice, and they make a delicious, healthy snack. So here's what you'll need to make these high-protein granola bars. Rolled oats, unsweetened protein powder, hemp hearts, which I like to add for extra protein, but you could also use ground flax seeds instead. Honey, all-natural peanut butter, coconut oil, and salt. Like I said, this recipe moves quickly, so you'll want to get started by preparing an 8-inch pan. Lightly spray it with oil, then press a piece of parchment paper into the bottom of the pan. This is going to make the bars easy to remove and slice later. Next, add the dry ingredients to a large bowl. Add in 1 1/4 cup of rolled oats, followed by a 1/2 cup of protein powder. I'm using an unflavored protein powder because honey is the binder for this recipe. If you were to use a sweetened or flavored protein powder, it's probably going to change the flavor and make these too sweet. So this is a great time to use an unflavored protein powder that might not taste delicious on its own. Next, add in 1/4 cup of hemp hearts, which are a complete source of plant-based protein. My kids don't notice the flavor or texture of these at all. Then add a 1/2 teaspoon of fine sea salt. Mix the dry ingredients together and set this bowl aside for a moment. Next, measure out 2/3 of a cup of all-natural peanut butter. I'm using the type that needs to be stirred when you first open the jar, and it has a drippy consistency that's easy to measure. Set the peanut butter aside, then measure 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. I'm using refined coconut oil, so it won't add any coconut flavor to these protein bars. But you can use virgin coconut oil if you don't mind a hint of added flavor. Now that these 2 things are measured, go ahead and add a 1/2 cup of honey to a small saucepan. Set the pan on the stovetop and bring it to a boil over medium-high heat. As soon as the edges start to bubble like this, set a timer for 1 minute. If the honey starts to bubble towards the top of the pan, lower the heat slightly so you don't have to worry about it bubbling over. When the timer goes off, turn off the heat and immediately add the peanut butter and coconut oil. Stir quickly until the mixture looks smooth. Then immediately pour this over the bowl of dry ingredients that you mixed earlier. You want to move quickly because the peanut butter mixture will start to harden as it cools. Be patient and keep stirring until all of the oats are coated in the peanut butter. Transfer the mixture to the prepared pan and press it firmly into the bottom, creating a smooth top. Let these cool completely so they can firm up. I like to transfer the pan to the fridge to speed up the cooling process. As soon as the bars are cool, you can use the parchment paper to remove them from the pan. Use a sharp knife to cut them into 12 bars like this. Or you can cut these in half for more of a fun-sized bar. This is how my kids prefer to eat them. These are delicious just like this, and this is how I usually make them because it's easier. But for an extra topping, you can melt some dark chocolate and drizzle it over the top of each bar. They taste like a protein peanut butter cup this way. These bars can be stored at room temperature for up to a week, but they'll last even longer if you store them in the fridge. For a firmer texture, serve them chilled. And if you enjoyed this recipe, be sure to check out my other videos for more.